Hello, salutations everyone from the amazing YouTube enthusiast. This is what Brian Thinks Adventure speaking to each as well as every one of you. Happy early Valentine's Day, everybody. I thought I would very respectfully would like to provide a live mid-February 2026 update to let each as well as every one of you know what has been going on this month, this February so far. But before I go into the details, however, I would like to provide some news that is a little bit sad too, and then go on with the positive news. So, for those of you who would like to know, 5 days ago, last Thursday, my cat Poochie, our cat Poochie, passed away at the age of 18 from elderly age. She is up in kitty heaven where she's no longer in pain anymore. She used to be our Brian Wise cat for 2 years, and then she became our cat. She was supposed to be with us temporarily until she had a permanent home, but she became our cat for over 16 years, and she's now up in kitty heaven where she's no longer in pain anymore. And now I'm very excited, very pleased to provide lots of exciting, very positive news. What is in store for this mid-month, this February, this year, 2026. So I'm very excited to provide the news. So are you ready to hear it, everyone? You are? Excellent. Let's get started, folks. I'm very excited, very pleased to let each as well as every one of you know, and as we go along, our 5 months in the amazing 2025-2026 AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes has been going very well. I'm very excited to provide the positive results. What has been going on the first 2 Sundays of our 5th month in AS1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling this February this year as well. So here we go, everyone. So I am very excited, very pleased to inform. Last Sunday, February 1st, I did an epic high score, 225 points, 216 towards 441 points in 2 games of bowling on Sunday, February 1st. And 2 days ago, Sunday, February 8th this year, 222 points, 175 points to an epic high score over 397 in 2 games of bowling at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes. In fact, our coaches, Jillian, Coach Richard, Cliff, Judy, Javon, Tracy, Coach Richard, and the other coaches as well as Marianne, Coach Tori, Evan J's dad, Coach Glenn. All the coaches of ours in AS1 were very impressed with our amazing performance during our 5th month of AS1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling. In fact, the coaches of AS1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling and All-Stars 1 at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes have assigned me to do the announcements a couple times involving the Special Olympics Bowlathon that we're having on Saturday, April 18th in 2 months in the middle of this spring, this mid-April coming up. And also involving Family Day long weekend. In fact, for those of you who would like to know, we do not have Special Olympics AS1 5-pin bowling on Sunday, February 15th, next Sunday, because it's Family Day long weekend. But we're back in AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling the following Sunday, February 22nd, on the last Sunday of February, the week after Family Day long weekend. Also, very excited to go on to my amazing 5th month of Special Olympics 10-pin bowling at Gateway Entertainment Center at Gateway Bowling Lanes on Saturday, February 28th, 12 days after Family Day long weekend. We'll bring it with a positive start to a finish for this month, this February this year. And also very excited for our 6th month of Special Olympics 10-pin bowling between Saturday, March 7th, Saturday, March 21st next month, including my 7th month in Special Olympics 10-pin bowling between Saturday, April 25th, 8th month, very last day of Special Olympics 10-pin bowling for the 2025-2026 Special Olympics 10-pin bowling on Saturday, May 2nd as well. And also, very excited, very pleased to let each as well as every one of you know, my average in AS1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling has now reached from 177 points up towards 181 points. So my average has been very high, been going above and beyond this year since my first season back in the 2022-2023 AS1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling when my average was 109. And 2 years ago in the 2023-2024 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling season, my average was 128 points. and then a double 329 and single 185 points. My third season in the 2024-2025 AS1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling. I joined High Game Club, 250 club pin, including 300 club pin, with bowlers have more on the ball pin. At the end of my third season in AS1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling at the end of March last year, 2025. Anyhow, I am also very excited, very pleased to let each as well as every one of you know this live mid-February 2025, rewind. I am very excited, very pleased to inform each as well as every one of you this live mid-February 2026 update is going to be on a premiere during the middle of this week between early Tuesday, February 10th, 2026 or Wednesday, February 11th, a few days before Valentine's Day, Family Day long weekend. So I thought I'd provide this live mid-February 2026 update before Family Day long weekend draws near. So, in fact, you know, our cat Poochie was a very lovable tabby cat, and she was a beautiful tabby gem curl, and she was a very wonderful lady cat we had. And she was the best cat in our family member for 15.5 years, and now, as time moves on, our cat Poochie's up in kitty heaven with Buddy, my old cat, Lydia, Beatrice, San, Vanilla, Daisy. She's up in kitty heaven too, looking down. So she was a very lovable cat, and we loved her like a beautiful tabby girl. But now I'm very excited, very pleased to let each as well as every one of you know I have now reached over 6,083 YouTube subscribers. I now have 17 more YouTube subscribers on my amazing YouTube channel to get up to 6,100 YouTube subscribers. Another 900 more will be 7,000 down the road, and 3,000 more, 10,000 down the road. So hopefully we get to 10,000 YouTube subscribers this year, ladies and gents, as well as 15,000 for next year and 20,000 down the road, and who knows, 25,000 or 30,000 subscribers for YouTube. Who knows what the future of YouTube, of my amazing YouTube channel, if this is what Brian Thinks Adventures has in store. So let's keep very positive, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm very excited, very pleased to let you know I am looking forward to the amazing Special Olympics Bowl-a-thon at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes this spring, this mid-April, in 2 months from this month in February this year as well. And also, I will provide a live end of February 2026 update later on after Family Day long weekend, early the final week this February as well, and also a live March 2026 update. So they'll be on separate live YouTube videos on that as well. So I hope each as well as every one of you will stay tuned for that. Most of all, everybody, for those of you who would like to know, I have been putting in lots of extra bowling practices with 5-pin bowling and 10-pin bowling in between my work schedule. In fact, I'm also going to be picking up extra hours at my store, Loblaw City Market in Ice District, because one of my colleagues, Pat, he's going on vacation for a month, 5 weeks, so I'm going to probably be picking up extra hours at my work as well. And also, for those of you who would like to know, I am very excited, very pleased to announce, everybody, after the summer, next fall, next September 2026, will be my amazing four-year anniversary working at Loblaw City Market in Ice District. I have been doing a very wonderful job working there in grocery since the beginning, 3.5 years ago in September 2022. Next fall, next September 2026 will be 4 years next fall, so I'm very excited for that too. In fact, for those of you who would like to know, my YouTube videos and my amazing YouTube channel, if this is what Brian Thinks Adventures YouTube page, has been growing bigger and longer with amazing elevator content, escalator content, various Canadian public transit system content with ETS, Edmonton Transit Service content, St. Albert Transit, Strathcona County, Calgary Transit, Leduc Transit, HSR Hamilton Street Railway, Go Transit, TTC content, and Disney content has been growing above and beyond, aside from video game content, but including Brass Tactics band content as well, ladies and gents. And I hope each as well as every one of you will have a very wonderful, happy Valentine's Day. In fact, I do have a Happy Valentine's video of Happy Valentine's Day premiering on Saturday, February 14th of this year, as well as Sunday, February 14th next year, February 2027 next year as well. So YouTubers, you're going to all be in for a very wonderful treat as well. And St. Patrick's Day is on Tuesday, March 17th of next month and 5 weeks from now. So very excited for that too. And that's the same day my friend Josh's birthday draws near as well. Most of all, everybody, I am also very excited, very pleased to tell each as well as every one of you, after Family Day long weekend, we are looking forward to the next 6 weeks of my amazing fourth season in the 2025-2026 AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes between our final Sunday of our 5th month of AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling between Sunday, February 22nd, 5th month of Special Olympics 10-pin bowling at Gateway Entertainment Center on the last day, Saturday, February 28th after Family Day long weekend. Our 6-month final month, next 5 weeks between Sunday, March 1st, Sunday, March 8th, Sunday, March 15th, Sunday, March 22nd, our very last day of our 6-month final month in AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling on Sunday, March 29th, and also the next 4 months of Special Olympics 10-pin bowling for the 2025-2026 Special Olympics 10-pin bowling season, ladies and gentlemen, between Saturday, February 28th, Saturday, March 7th, March 21st, April 25th, and Saturday, May 2nd, 4 months, 5 Saturdays of Special Olympics 10-pin bowling, including the Special Olympics Bowl-a-thon at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes on Saturday, April 18th this spring, the middle of this April. So lots of excitement is up in the air, everyone. In fact, for those of you who would like to know, I'm also very excited to tell you Easter is also coming up beginning early this April this year as well. We'll talk about that later on. But most of all, everybody, you may as well know I have been making amazing YouTube content out of my amazing Google Pixel 8a phone since the time this very past summer, 2025 last year, when my mom and I upgraded my phone from Google Pixel 7 to Google Pixel 8a. Before and after I went on my amazing 2-day trip visiting my friends in Calgary this past summer in August 2025, 6.5 months ago. Feels like 7 months ago, you might say. But you may as well know my YouTube channel always keeps growing. In fact, I am also very excited, very pleased to tell each as well as every one of you know, I can hardly wait to take the bus on St. Albert Transit's 201 commuter bus route 201 St. Albert via 118th Avenue to visit Splitsville Bowling Lanes at the Christie's Corner near St. Albert when they open this spring, this year 2026. And what's very positive too, ladies and gentlemen, with these amazing scores of my amazing performance, what I have been doing since for 1, 2, 3, 4, for 5 months now, our coaches in AS1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling, as well as special at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes, including Special Olympics 10-pin bowling at Gateway Entertainment Center. Gateway Bowling Lanes are very impressed with the amazing performances. And also, my Auntie Paula's birthday is coming up on Family Day, Mondays, February 16th, 6 days from this Tuesday, February 10th as well. My cousin Jariah's birthday is Tuesday, March 24th, later on in March next month, 5 days before my very last date of my 6-month final month of AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling season as well. Anywho, I have started talking to our coaches to let them know in both AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes, including Special Olympics 10-pin bowling at Gateway Entertainment Center, Gateway Bowling Lanes, to let them know I am looking forward. I'm coming back to participate in both AS1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes again, and Special Olympics 10-pin bowling again at Gateway Entertainment Center, Gateway Bowling Lanes on the south side again, for my amazing 5th season in the 2026-2027 Special Olympics bowling season, next fall, next year, next October 2026, after summer holidays next fall. So I am definitely going to tell each as well as every one of you about that later on after we complete my amazing 4th season in my participation between our last 6 weeks of AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling, completing our 5th month of AS1 between the final Sunday this February, as well as the next 5 weeks of my amazing 6-month final month of AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes between Sunday, March 1st, Sunday, March 8th, Sunday, March 15th, Sunday, March 22nd, final Sunday, Sunday, March 29th, will mark the completion of my amazing 4th year, 4th season in AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling as well. In fact, for those of you who would like to know, my mom's birthday, my Auntie Bobby's birthday, my stepdad's birthday comes on later at the end of it, later in April. Talk about that later. And also, my cousin Olivia's birthday is also May 10th, as always, 2 days before my birthday draws near, May 12th in the spring. And for those of you who would like to know, I have been taking care of my amazing Google Pixel 8a phone and kept it in excellent condition since the time I got it for my 32nd birthday in May 2025 and May for my birthday last year. In fact, this amazing Google Pixel 8a can make amazing YouTube videos in 4K. And the Google Pixels really can make 4K videos. It's almost kind of like a high definition TV, you might say. In fact, I am also looking forward on getting things on track before as well as after I wrap up my amazing 4th year, 4th season in my participation, completing the 2025-2026 Special Olympics bowling season between Sunday, February 22nd of AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling, 5th month of Special Olympics 10-pin bowling to bring my 5th month of Special Olympics bowling to a very wonderful close, and also our 6-month final month in AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling, as mentioned before, between Sunday, March 1st, Sunday, March 8th, Sunday, March 15th, Sunday, March 22nd, Sunday, March 29th, and also 6-month of Special Olympics 10-pin bowling does continue between Saturday, March 7th, Saturday, March 21st, and Special Olympics Bowl-a-thon for our 7th month of Special Olympics bowling between Saturday, April 18th. Special Olympics 10-pin bowling will be continuing between Saturday, April 25th, and also our very last day of Special Olympics 10-pin bowling, 8th month final day of the 2025-2026 Special Olympics 10-pin bowling season wraps up on Saturday, May 2nd this spring. In fact, for those of you who would like to know, last year, at the end of my last season in the 2024-2025 Special Olympics 10-pin bowling season, our coaches in Special Olympics 10-pin bowling season presented me with this wonderful trophy of 103 points. In fact, my average in Special Olympics 10-pin bowling has gone way over 120 points this year. And based on the very wonderful, amazing performances, everybody, I am looking forward on signing up for my amazing 5th year, 5th season, participating in both AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes, including Special Olympics 10-pin bowling for my amazing 5th year, 5th season in the 2026-2027 Special Olympics bowling season next fall, next October next year, fall 2026, after the summer holiday months, after the summer of June, July, and August. In fact, for those of you who would like to know, my mom, my stepdad, and I, we are also looking forward on attending the Comic-Con at Edmonton Expo Center again after summer holidays next fall in September 2026, after the summer holiday months. That we'll talk about later on. Most of all, everybody, I hope each as well as every one of you has a very wonderful, happy Valentine's Day. In fact, for those of you who would like to hear, I am very excited to get things sorted out, get my work availability straightened out between this spring, before as well as after wrapping up my amazing 4th year, 4th season, completing my final 6 weeks of AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes after Family Day long weekend between Sunday, February 22nd, Sunday, March 1st, Sunday, March 8th, Sunday, March 15th, Sunday, March 22nd, Sunday, March 29th, and also after the next 4 months of Special Olympics 10-pin bowling between Saturday, February 28th, March 7th, March 21st, April 25th, and Saturday, May 2nd, as well as the Special Olympics Bowl-a-thon at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes on Saturday, April 18th, this mid-April, this mid-spring as well. In fact, for those of you who would like to know, I am looking forward on providing a live end of February 2026 update, which will be on a separate live YouTube video later on in the last week of February as well, including a live March 2026 update on a separate live YouTube video for Sunday, March 1st in less than 3 weeks in March next month as well. So I'm very excited to provide some amazing updates, what's going to be in store, ladies and gentlemen. And before I go, I'm also getting things well sorted out too, and definitely going to get my work schedule straightened out again and get everything sorted back on schedule before the summer holiday months draws near, as well as after the summer holiday months and next fall and next winter, as well as what's in store for the rest of the 2026, 2027 down the road. Anyhow, I'm also very proud and very pleased to let each as well as every one of you know I am so looking forward to an amazing completion of my amazing fourth season in my participation in both AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes, as well as the Special Olympics 10-pin bowling at Gateway Entertainment Center, Gateway Bowling Lanes, to bring this year's Special Olympics bowling season to a very wonderful, positive close. And also, I am hoping to plan my trips to visit our friends and my family out in Hamilton, the GTHA, Greater Toronto, Hamilton areas in Ontario this year. Plan my amazing public transit trips once I get everything back on track again, using our familiar bus routes on our HSR buses in Hamilton, up and down the Hamilton Mountain Escarpment areas during the day, using our familiar bus routes, visiting Mohawk College, our Hamilton GO Transit Center station outside Jackson Square, the McNabb Terminal, including Lime Ridge Mall, the beautiful Sam Lawrence Park on the Jolly Cut, the Upper Gage and Rymal Plaza, and use the GO train on Lakeshore West in the Greater Toronto Hamilton areas at Aldershot Station in Burlington and Waterdown, through Burlington Station, Appleby Station in Burlington, Bronte Station, through Oakville Station in Oakville as always, through Clarkson Station, Port Credit Station in Mississauga, Port Credit, Long Branch Station in the Etobicoke, Toronto, Mississauga border, through Mimico Station in the Etobicoke, Toronto, Exhibition Station, Liberty Village, downtown Toronto, near the Gardiner Expressway, Lakeshore Boulevard area, including Union Station in the biggest transit center hub of the downtown area in Toronto. And especially the best part, what's very rewarding, is I am very fortunate to take ETS, Edmonton Transit Service, Strathcona County, St. Albert Transit, Calgary Transit, HSR Hamilton Street Railway, GO Transit, TTC, Toronto Transit Commission, Oakville Transit, as well as Leduc Transit too. Most of all, everybody, I'm very lucky and very fortunate to have my amazing job at Loblaw City Market, and my value working in grocery. In fact, I'm looking forward to my amazing 4 years with the company next September 2026. And likewise, I'm going on my amazing 12-year anniversary of YouTube in May 2026 as well. So I have joined YouTube since back in May 2014. Since the time before and after, I used to work at Liz Chateau in West Edmonton Mall for 6 years, a long time ago, from October 2014 up until 5 years ago in June 2021. And since before and after, moving on to working at Loblaw City Market in Ice District, as well as at the same time moving on to AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes in 3 years ago, 2022-2023 Special Olympics bowling season. Before as well as after, my mom and I, we went to Walt Disney World on the first week of February 2023, 3 years ago, including my second year in AS1 in the 2023-2024 season, including my third year last year, beginning my participation in both AS1 All-Stars 1 Special Olympics 5-pin bowling at Bonnie Doon Bowling Lanes, as well as Special Olympics 10-pin bowling at Gateway Entertainment Center and Gateway Bowling Lanes on the south side last year, including the 2025-2026 Special Olympics bowling season this year as well. In fact, these extra bowling practices and watching these bowling tutorials is really giving me a very positive understanding, and it can absolutely give lots of people an understanding, especially for people with learning disabilities, mild, moderate cognitive delays, even especially students of Alwy Karen School in Edmonton in the junior high and senior high school program with mild to moderate cognitive delays can absolutely learn this experience too, including horticulture students of Alwy Karen's too. Most of all, everybody, what's very amazing, very rewarding is I am very fortunate on my visits in Hamilton, Ontario from Edmonton, Alberta, while visiting our friends, and our family, my Auntie Paula, my friend Josh, our friend Kayla, and including our old mutual peers, I have a very wonderful opportunity of using my amazing Presto Smart Fare card on our HSR buses in Hamilton, as well as Waterdown on visits, including our Go Bus and Go trains on Go Transit on Lakeshore West, our subways at Union Station on our Young University Spadina line between Bloor-Young Station and Union Station with Wellesley College, TMU, Queen Station, King Station on our Young line, and also between Union Station to St. George Station as always. Love going northbound through St. Andrews Station, Osgood Station, St. Patrick's Station, Queen's Park Station, and Museum Station on the way to St. George Station, and also between Bloor-Young Station and Dufferin Station. I love visiting Bay Station, St. George Station, Spadina Station, Bathurst Station, Christie Station, and Ossington Station on our Bloor trains on the Bloor-Danforth line on line 2. And I'm always very careful on the TTC, and like my Auntie Paula always says to me, you always keep your back against the wall, stay behind the yellow line, and always watch for other people. And that's very positive, and that's one of the reasons why I'm allowed to use the subway and streetcars in the downtown area in Toronto during the day and on our familiar routes, because lots of excellent reasons. A, I'm always watching for other people, and B, I always keep aware of my surroundings and keeping this positive self-awareness. C, I always let my friends, our friends and my family know what is going on too, and always keeping in touch. And it's still the right thing. It still makes a difference. Always go during the day. That still makes a difference. The positive thing is that I also am looking forward to seeing what the rest of this month of February has in store as well. So folks, I would like to say, I wish you all a very wonderful, happy Valentine's Day. And before I go, the best thing, what's very rewarding on visits in the downtown area in Toronto during the day on visits in Hamilton, Ontario, folks, I have the subway and streetcar on the TTC in the downtown Toronto to visit Eaton Centre as an alternative route, including a quick westbound, eastbound subway trip on our Bloor trains at Dufferin Station and back, and while visiting Ossington Station as well. In fact, I'm always very smart and very careful, very understanding, very wise about the rules. This would be a very wonderful way to train people, train students, teachers, Edmonton Public School teachers, how they can learn to stay aware of their surroundings, watch for other people, and how their students can learn that experience too. And also keeping in touch with their friends, their families, their moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, uncles, siblings, nieces, nephews, and so on, as well as family friends too. Anyway, I'm also very glad to say, everyone, my amazing YouTube channel is really reaching some amazing milestones. So folks, I would love to say to each as well as every one of you, thank you very much again for this live mid-February 2026 update, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Valentine's Day. We will see you later on the next YouTube video. This is What Brian Thinks Adventures. Stay tuned for live end of February 2026 update, ladies and gents. Happy Valentine's Day and happy early family day long weekend. We will see you soon on the next YouTube video. See you soon. Bye for now, folks. God bless you all amazing YouTubers. See you soon.